Okay. All right. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this. I know you guys have been waiting for this. So last night I was actually somebody had sent me something about this where so I know this is his name is Edward, or I guess her name is Nikki. So they used to date, right? For a while. They were like a power couple. They did this stuff right here. Here we go.
Yo, what is up, you guys? On tonight's...
Can't handle it. People send me this all the time. It's just... Anyway, I guess she's still in there. I know they broke up a while back. But somebody sent me this, and there's allegations of grooming. So the allegation from her, I think that they identified. She's claiming that she was groomed by Edward, which is a very heavy and serious accusation. So this says, here you go, trigger warning, arcade Craniacs. I don't care how to say that. Edward Centeno grooming. It's so obvious that Edward is a groomer, manipulator, and narcissist. As soon as the truth got out, he got mad as fuck and is now trying to manipulate his audience. Fuck him. All right. I'm assuming all these are going to be. These look like they're all part of the Instagram that I'm going to look into. Grooming is a very heavy accusation. After I looked into it, it seems like they started dating when she was 17, he was 23. That's very inappropriate. Let's first talk about that. However, when we talk about grooming, we talk about it in a way where it's there's a pattern. The grooming isn't just talking to somebody of an inappropriate age. Grooming is a very manipulative and methodical situation where you prep somebody to sleep with you when they hit a particular age, usually like when they hit a legal age. Grooming is like very deep seated. Is grooming is when you have your friend's 13-year-old daughter and you try to get her to like be attracted to you in some capacity all the way up till they're 18 years old where they have some level of comfortability. There's a factor there of getting somebody dependent on you at the expense of other people. So if you looked at EDP, he tried to drive a wedge between the decoy he thought was 13 and their parents by saying like by making like saying things like, oh, you know, your parents don't understand you, fuck your parents, run away with me, kind of a thing. There's a lot there here. And it's quite possible he did that. What this seems more like is an inappropriate age range. Again, it's inappropriate. I'd say because she's 17, that's a legal age in a lot of places. I wouldn't call him a predator. Again, I think it's inappropriate. It's something that like people can learn from. We'd have to see a pattern of manipulative behavior for us to go like, oh, this is really bad. Either way, it is bad. I would ask where the parents were. Why would they allow their 17? Because I would never let my 17-year-old daughter date a 23-year-old. Maybe she didn't have good parents, and that could possibly be an aspect of it. But we have to look into this and see what's going on. Yeah, 17 and 23 are definitely gross. But again, when we talk about this, I don't know that we would say grooming. Grooming is a buzzword now. People throw around the word grooming all the time, which is very unfortunate because I think it hurts what grooming is. Because some people have like really serious like trauma from being groomed. This seems like an inappropriate interaction, but I don't know that I would call it grooming. But let's start looking into this. So let's start with the first. Let's start with the first image. Okay. So I think it starts here. And this is in her story. Let me just go back. This is her story. Just wanted to confirm that. Now I have to scroll way back. But I wanted to confirm that. Okay. So me looking at your shitty comments on TikTok. Firstly, I was groomed by my ex starting at the age of 17 whilst he was 23. Leave me alone. Like, seriously, there's so much of the story, and I don't owe it to anyone to talk about my trauma. That's true. You really don't. The problem is that when you make an accusation this heavy, you kind of have to support it. It's one of those things that's really unfortunate because you should never have to talk about your trauma if she does have trauma. But once you kind of open the floodgates, you kind of need to talk about it because now we're potentially falsely accusing somebody of something. It's very clear that there's clearly some frustration here for her to say something like this, but we have to investigate more. All right, let's get to the next one. All right, so this just shows that she was 17 when they were talking, and they were dating each other. So, like, one of the reasons why I wouldn't call this really grooming is because they're already dating when she's 17 years old. There doesn't seem to be like a predatory angle here if you're just dating, because usually, well, a groomer will be like, oh, I know that's inappropriate to date this person, so I'm going to prep them for sex when they get to a point where it is appropriate for me to date them. In their sphere, even though it's inappropriate, apparently this was acceptable. I don't know why, but the parents seem to be fine with it unless she has no parents. I don't really know. But again, I wouldn't call this grooming. I unarchive the post since you want to call me a liar. I don't know. Okay, this is just it's an older. It's hard to see. It's her. Okay, it's me not knowing how to pause a fucking video. It's her saying, when a girl comments on your boyfriend's picture, y'all, I need a boyfriend before I met. I had a boyfriend before I met Edward. We met when I was 18. I don't appreciate a lot of these comments that are straight lying. Okay, apparently that's her saying that they met when they were 18. I don't know how old this was. Apparently he forced her to write that in the comments. Okay. I don't know how old this is, but okay. This is just like a thing showing that they were dating or that they had hung out together when this was April 11th. Yeah, so she would be 17 at this point. You know, it's inappropriate for sure. The fact that they're in the room though, like, why would your parents allow it? I mean, it's a really big factor. You know, I don't understand why the parents would allow this in both ways. I wouldn't let a fucking 23-year-old hang out with my 17-year-old daughter. Okay, so I guess this is what is this? When she first messaged, hello, my dude. Okay. What's good, my dude? Why might you be up so late? I don't know. I never sleep, dude. It's bad. You? Why are you posting selfies this time? Instagram is closed, LMAO. I guess this is her first talking to him or something. I don't really know. Yeah, April 6th, 2016. Yeah. And then like April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So 8 months later, she would have turned 18. So it's not even close. Sorry for my voice. LOL, why does it reopen? I just started watching a movie and I find it more interesting than a practice death, which is what they call sleep. Wow, practice death, haha. Yeah, sleep is the cousin of the dead. All right, I don't give a shit about that. It's cringe. I'm assuming that she's just showing more evidence that they started talking when she was 17, which seems to be pretty verifiable at this point. Yeah, definitely inappropriate. Then I guess she had this talking about reserved for Edward. I think she's 18 at this point. Yeah, November 20th, 1998. So she's 18 at this point when November 20th is hits. So she's 18 now. So none of this really matters anymore. But the other stuff does. It shows that they were dating before then. Yeah. I'm just trying to see what else is here. Okay. Then we have another video from him. This is April 23rd, 2016. So it makes you so fucking happy. Okay. Literally scroll down. I have posts from early 2016 of him. I just turned 23. He's about to be 30. Do the math, please. I'm just tired of everything I do. Being not good enough, everyone, and you bringing him up on every post. I seriously can't take it anymore. It's painful to think about what happened to me. It's very interesting. Okay. Yeah, 30 and 23. I would say that's weird, but again, it's not illegal. The point of this was to show the date of us beginning to talk, and also there's literally a picture of us kissing and tagged pictures. I'm like, oh my god. And my profile picture, us together. I was a minor, but okay, go off. I also have my own life and goals. I just wanted everyone to stop talking about someone who traumatized me in every single one of my posts. I wonder if there's more to this trauma, because I mean, I don't know what traumatic event would take place from this. It's possible, but like, this is just more stuff of her proving that they talked when she was 17. That's her drunk or something. Is there a sound to this? I guess not. Look at all my hickeys too. Oh, okay. So is that the angle? Okay. Well, it's weird that they're drinking together though. That's another big red flag. Because she's 17 at this point. So there's like actually a lot here. So here's a big problem I'm having here. Right, so first and foremost, you shouldn't be giving alcohol to minors. I know a lot of people think, oh, it's cool, not a big deal. I like this person's name right here, Pay to Come. This is so fucking dumb. So it's inappropriate for him to give her alcohol. You know, whether this was consensual or not is irrelevant to me, because I think that you should be giving children alcohol. What's also weird though is that she felt why did she posted this on Instagram that day? Why didn't her parents say something? There seems to be a bit of an issue. I don't know. Like, if I had to assume, is there like an issue of like a broken home here or something? Because it's very bizarre that you'd feel comfortable posting you drinking alcohol on your thing without your parents being like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? But it's a big red flag that he got you drunk. Absolutely. Do we know anything about her parents? I don't think so. We would need to, because something's weird's going on here. Okay, let's keep going here. Okay, so let's look at my hickey. 17 years old. You can lie all you want and victim blame me all you want, but I was manipulating control for years. I'm not ashamed to speak out. I don't know. I mean, like, this definitely shows inappropriate behavior. We'd have to see more about how it would be manipulative. I mean, maybe he got there was a pattern of him like constantly getting her drunk just to like sleep with her or something. You know, were those, another question is, did those red marks happen before or after they that she was drunk? There's a lot of shit here. But there's definitely, it's not good. It's definitely not good. I posted clues to this so many times in one of my videos and no one noticed. Like, I'm tired. Edward has tried his best to be my friend just so I wouldn't say this shit about this. Also, how am I a gold digger if I was out working with him too? Like, we were at the same hours I filmed. The effort y'all will go through to call me a bitch when he was a full-grown man dating a 17-year-old. He attended my graduation ceremony. Yeah. I mean, I imagine if you're dating, he would do that. My thing is that there's a lot of scattered information. Like, I'm definitely sympathetic to what she's saying. The problem here is that there, like I said, there's a lot of scattered information, and it's not really like super coherent. It's just a lot, and I understand why it wouldn't be. It's just a lot of information being thrown at us here, and it makes it a little bit difficult to decipher what the fuck is going on, which is often the case in situations like this, I can imagine. Let's see. Okay, we got that already. Because with this one, this is telling her, this is her telling us that, like, oh, there was abuse. So the age range is inappropriate, but the issue more than that is that, like, now she's saying that there was a lot of times where she felt manipulated. So she said, I posted clues to this so many times. So to me, that suggests that what she's trying to say is that there was a pattern of manipulation and abuse. So, like, we don't even have to talk about the age thing necessarily, because that shows us, this shows us, this is more to do with some kind of like manipulative behavior that exists, but we need to know what is the manipulative behavior. So far we have the alcohol thing, definitely a red flag if it's expanded upon. But one of the problems though is this, is like when she's like, oh, he was a full-grown man dating a 17-year-old, which is true. He attended my graduation ceremony. Like, I would expect somebody in this relationship to attend the graduation ceremony of the other person. Again, where the fuck are the parents? I wouldn't let this happen, but I wouldn't call this inherently abusive here. So we would need to see more. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, proving I'm not a pedo at 3 a.m. Gone sus. Very funny. I was born on November 20th, 1998. Yeah, I already knew that. His birthday is January 27th, 1992. It's like 5.5 years. Am I getting my math right? I don't know. I'm 17. Liar. Her frightened brother. Really? I'm serious. When you turn 18, I already graduated though. Wait, what? That's weird. That's a little weird, though. That she said that he attended her graduation ceremony, but then she said that she already graduated. That's a little bit suspicious. Because she says it right here. I already graduated though. So, okay. Because I'm a baby genius. I'm not even joking. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Just kidding. What the heck are you, like 43 and 6/4? I'm 16. I'm still young. No, oh my god. Yeah, dude, really? That's weird. Wait, so is there more to this? Did he admit that she wasn't 16? Because that's obviously a red flag if there's more to that. Graduated from a continuation high school. However, my ceremony hadn't happened yet. He attended my... Okay, hold on. He attended my ceremony, just being 100% transparent. Oh, okay. Like, I didn't go to class anymore, but the ceremony wasn't until the end of the year. Okay, fair enough. Makes sense. I'm really falling for someone sweet, and I would like if you just didn't talk to me unless it's business about the money you owe me. Because this is from this year. because I feel very connected to this person, although it is so brand new and I want to date them without you blowing up my phone and stuff. I'm sorry, but like I told you, I'm looking for my soulmate. I'm looking for someone who could never hurt me. And I'm taking steps to do that. You should move on. You should let go. I don't feel any romantic love for you anymore. And I really haven't for a while. I felt disconnected from you, even though before I tried to break up with you last time. Okay, that's all I want to know. It's fine. Also, if you want to say I was talking to him at any point after Matt, take an L right now. I had told him to leave alone after I met Matt. Okay. I mean, this interaction isn't really reading as super abusive. Okay. My ex is reaching so hard. Every time I ignored him, he would blow up my phone. He kept trying to convince me to be his friend, and that's why I ever let him into my apartment the first few nights after I moved in. He even took my damn cat. I mean, like, it's not uncommon for people to break up and still like be friendly for a little while. I had to literally run away to New York just to get away from him long enough to rent an apartment. I should have never believed this manipulation tactics. However, I cut him off completely 100% before the week of Halloween. He told me I would never find anyone who doesn't use me. Well, that's shitty if he said that. He's wrong. Don't believe that what your abuser says ever. Someone will treat you right. He also held the money he owed me over my head, so I had to be nice to him, or he literally wouldn't give me the money I worked for. It's the principle of it. I am not a gold digger, but I was literally there with him filming every single night. I think that we're at a point where it would have been good for her to show us that he was harassing her, because like she obviously isn't afraid to show screenshots. So like I find it a little weird that she didn't hear. I literally just want to be happy and for everyone to not talk about him every time I post. It's traumatizing. I'm moving on, and that doesn't make me a bad person. My therapist literally says I have PTSD because of everything that happened. Like, let me be happy and stop victiming me. Yeah, there's definitely a lot more here. This is definitely very unorganized. I'm not saying that she's not. After reading this, though, of all the people that I've like read through, I think that she has more credibility to her than most other people I've seen. She doesn't seem like she's just pandering to a narrative. I don't know if I would call it grooming either way, because grooming is a form of manipulation. It does seem like she was manipulated by this guy, though. Now, I can't make any absolute assertions on that, but she seems fairly credible. I just think everything is like very. No, she didn't delete her Instagram at all. What's this supposed to be?
So I'm Nicole for now. But she's knocked out, and I take a picture of her knocked out as well.
Those don't really look like.
So yeah, I take a picture.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just uneducated. Well. Those don't look like hickeys though. It's like she drew hearts on her. It is like a bruise. Yeah, I'm wrong. That just looks like hearts. I could be wrong.
So yeah, that's what's happening right now at 3:34 in the morning.
Yeah, it's just weird. Okay, let's see what his response is. All right, so here's his response here. You know, honestly, I'm surprised. After looking through that information, like I'm much more like empathetic to her. Again, like these are very heavy accusations to leverage against somebody. So Jesus Christ. Fucking intro. So to just jump on and be like, oh, he must be guilty, I think obviously it doesn't, you're innocent until proven guilty. But so far, definitely some red flags. Let's see what he has to say, because a lot of times people, like abusers, will out themselves. So I'm not saying that he is one, but let's see.
I cannot believe what the fuck I just read on Nicole's story, making the worst fake fucking accusation about me.
He just sounds like he's in like YouTube mode. That just sounds the way that he talks on YouTube.
Now, I have not even talked about her in fucking months so we could move on with our fucking lives, but she always has to bring my fucking name up so she could be relevant, because she's irrelevant now. I legit have proof on the next story to show you that it's all bullshit. You can't believe.
Fuck her life. She has nothing going for her life. Pure jealousy.
Everything on the fucking internet. Fuck that shit, dude.
This guy is definitely very aggressive. But okay, I would be too if I got falsely accused. When a girl comments on your boyfriend's picture, y'all, I had a boyfriend before. I met Edward. We met when I was 18. I don't appreciate a lot of these. Okay. Well, I mean, this is just verifiably false, because we looked through her story and she shows us they were talking when she was like 70. So that must have been she was responding to that. In her thing here, that he made her say it. I mean, like, yeah, she already proved that they were talking when she was 17. So this is kind of irrelevant, right? We already have like the proof. We saw it somewhere in here. Yeah. So this is from April 27th, 2016. She doesn't turn 18 until she's until November. Sorry, just having a little bit of brain fart. So okay, this doesn't really prove anything to us. We would. So one of the things that we would want to see is he said that they haven't talked in months. That's something that we should. Well, show us something like that. Okay.
And you know what? You know what's the most fucked up thing is that a lot of you guys have no idea what happens behind the scenes when we broke up. Has she called me saying that she misses me, how much she loves me, how she did the worst decision in her life in breaking up with me?
Well, I imagine you would have got back together. See, this is the problem. None of that matters. Like, you can be groomed by somebody and still like love them and miss them. It's very possible. It's why grooming is such a problem. Now, I don't think this is grooming, but like, based on her accusation, like, yeah, you can still be in love with somebody who puts you in this type of situation, especially when you first get out of it. And it takes a while after you break up to like let things sink in and be like, wow, this was shitty. Like, I've had that as well, you know, with my past relationship. I was like, wow, this is really fucked up. And I'm sure I did shitty things too. People tend to be shitty to each other, but I think you get my point.
I legit have proof, okay?
What else we got? In her new apartment when she called me. Okay. This again doesn't really prove anything to me because like it's not uncommon. So she might like listen, if she's telling the truth that she went to a therapist and she's working through a lot of shit that problems that she had with him, this doesn't surprise me that after they broke up, she went and like stayed with, or he went and hung out with her for a little bit. That's kind of what happens when you have a longer term relationship. So it's not like you break up and everything disappears. This is just creepy though. Wait, ew, what the fuck? That was actually kind of weird. So the framing here is that like they broke up and now he's in her apartment with her and she called him, but this is just really creepy. They're broken up at this point, and then he records it. Just like try to disconnect from the situation. They're broken up. He records this video and then kisses her on the head. I find that really kind of creepy. I mean, that's really weird to me because they're broken up. Like, because apparently she broke up with him, and then like now he's back and he's in the room and he's like, "Oh, let me take a video of me kissing her. Like, look at me. This is like mine." I don't know, dude. It was very. No, I think. Do you don't think anything of it? Yeah, no, I think a lot of it. I think it's kind of like a big deal. It's like really weird. I mean, I just think it's just weird. I know I'm reading into it, but it shows like very bizarre possession to me. Because like when I was broken up with my exes, I didn't go back and like kiss them on the forehead and record videos of it in case somebody was going to out me for being a predator or something. Like, think about why did he take this recording? The only reason that he would have taken this, what was the motivation? So apparently she broke up with him because, I don't know, for whatever reason. So then he hung out with her after and he took a video of him kissing her on the head. Like, who was this for? Was this for him? Was this for him to show her? It's just really weird, man. It's almost like he knows this kind of thing is going to come out and he wants his narrative to be on the one that people believe. It's possible. I think that's a little bit presumptuous. I wouldn't go that far because that would be very manipulative, which actually lends to her story. But this definitely is uncomfortable. I don't like this. This is one of the problem with people give us their proof. Like, this isn't proof to me. This is fucking weird. Okay, I'll watch it again, I guess. Yeah, that part just really gets me. Like, and then like the rubbing of her. I don't know, dude. I'm definitely not favoring his perspective at this point. This is really uncomfortable. This video here hits me harder than any other video. This was very bizarre, very uncomfortable. I think it was inappropriate because they were broken up, and that was just such a fucking like sly move.
But to her, I'm the worst person.
We're getting there, to be honest with you.
And that's all she does. Is talk about me. Only my name. Only my fucking name. Only my name, dude. But I can never show you that, right? I can never show you that we hung out multiple times after we broke up. You know why?
None of that matters, though.
Because she's like, no. Don't tell nobody because it's going to make me look weak. Like, what? You know how much I took care of her? You know all the things I've done for her?
I don't know, dude. I'm not like super into this framing. Like I'm not like really super into like, again, like I've done things for my exes as well. It's part of the relationship contract. You do things for people. But now, yeah, we're on our Joker arc right now. It's like because this is one of the problems here is it's definitely something you could bring up like, hey, I did a lot for this person, and for them to slander me is like really fucked up. But I don't know. Let me just keep watching.
Literally got made fun of the channel when I made it in the beginning. She was embarrassed of it.
Okay.
When she saw the money come in, now she's not embarrassed of it.
What does this mean?
I reply to all the fans, talk to all the fans. Even when fans come up to us and talk to us, try to take a picture with us, we have someone over here. I don't know where it cut off right now, but when fans will come up to us, they'll conversate with us, and they'll conversate with me because I'm legit trying to talk to the fans. While after when they go away, she goes in my ear, she's like, "Can we go? I don't want to see nobody else." It's like, what? Bro, that's the people that are fucking blessing you. Those are the people that are following you. Those are the people that are watching your fucking videos, and you can't.
I don't like this. So you guys might not see a problem too much here, and I get it. But there's a very heavy there's a common theme amongst people who have accusations against them is to very heavily focus on what the fans think of them and the fan interaction. And to me, that's appealing. Yeah, he's just it's to me, and I could be overreaching, but I've dealt with this stuff a lot. To me, it's him appealing to your fans and being like, I'm the good guy. I'm a nice guy. Like, you shouldn't listen to her because I was the one who liked her. I'm the one who actually respects you. From her, it just seems like she wasn't really super into the fame at first, and like it was weird for her and uncomfortable. Okay. Nothing too crazy there. But I don't know, man. Is a lot. So far, this framing isn't great. Yeah. Oh yeah, plus the gold digger thing. Yeah, that's probably why they're calling her a gold digger, because he was like, oh, and like she hated it until the money came in. It's like, okay, well, a lot of people hate shit until money starts rolling in. Let me tell you.
You can't give a moment of your fucking time to the fans? A fucking little kid, bro?
Insert inappropriate joke here. Yeah, I mean, some people just don't like big audiences, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you getting called unappreciative. It's a good thing that you had a dynamic where you could deal with the fans, and she didn't want to. None of these are red flags from her. That's the only point I'm trying to make here. Is just
she also said some other bullshit that she never had input on the channel. She's legit says she never had input on the channel. She has never, ever, ever made a video idea. Never.
I don't remember her saying that. I'm sure she did, but it's very irrelevant to what we're actually talking about. We're talking about like manipulative and grooming. This is the thing. We're talking about manipulation and grooming, basically. Now, I don't know that he groomed her, but there's definitely an inappropriate interaction going on here. All he did was say like, "Oh, we started talking at 18," even though that's proven false. And now he's kind of like just going off on a tangent. But what about like the he's not going to address what needs to be addressed. Now it's kind of just seems like he's going to shit on her.
Never told me what to do. Nothing. Not even try. Not even like give me an idea. And she said that I declined it. She has never ever made a video in her life. Never gave me ideas. Never helped me out with the channel because she didn't give a rat's ass about it. But that check and the following, she'll take it. Everything else, embarrassing.
Okay.
I haven't even said nothing about Nicole. Just to keep it like private, you know what I mean? Because it was our relationship, nobody else's. So for her to like put my name out there, make up lies and shit like that, to try to put me down because she sees that her life is crappy now, or I don't know what she's trying to prove or get some kind of validation. Like even with her new boyfriend, like that's awesome. I told her that I actually do see that guy genuine. I like that guy. But what's the point of...
Why do you need to like that guy? That's I don't know, it's weird. Like, why does that matter? If you guys broke up and you're not interacting, why does it matter if you like the guy or not?
trying to get validation from the whole internet like I'm in love. Bro, you just met him like a day ago.
It's pretty normal for young people.
Stop. What are you doing? You know, like I was on her like one of her live streams and shit like that.
See, this is where it gets like throwing. It seems like he's just throwing mud at her at this point. It's getting like a little bizarre. Like the focus here and is now just to shit on her.
And she had the audacity to make fun of the fucking YouTube channel, and she called it Arcade Craniacs.
Okay. Wait, what?
Genuine. I like that guy. But what's the point of trying? You know, like I was on her like one of her live streams and shit like that. And she had the audacity to make fun of the fucking YouTube channel, and she called it Arcade Craniacs.
What my thing is, why were you on her channel? That seems a little. That's just, I don't know. Lending to the whole story, that seems really weird. Like that you were like, oh, I know, I stopped talking to this, that, and the other thing. But then he's like in her story. You're like, oh my god, I really like your new boyfriend. I was very expressive about that. Why? Move on. Like, I was in your live. Why? Move on. It's a little weird, man. Maybe he's just a little narcissistic. Sure. I don't know. So far, this isn't really doing it for me, though.
So that Arcade Craniacs that paid you a lot of fucking money that we fucking split is Arcade Craniacs. The fans that follow you are the Arcade Craniacs, what you say, right? But you'll take the following, you'll take the money, right? But they're Arcade Craniacs, right?
They follow each other after the breakup. Sure, that's fair.
You do know where the fuck your following came from, right? It's fucking fake.
Seems very happy to be around me after we broke up in a new apartment. I'm just gonna mute it for the sound. Okay, so this must be like right after they broke up again. Oh, I got it now. Yeah, I mean, listen, man. Obviously, there's some messy breakup aspect going on here. I think that, listen, from what we don't have like all the information I would need. From what I've seen, my take on it is that I don't think that he groomed her. I think that the age range was inappropriate from the start. I think it's red flags that he would get her drunk and whatnot. She might have some kind of trauma, or even if it's not trauma, not everything has to be trauma to be bad. You know, like she might be going to a therapist. He might have like upset her. I mean, I think people, we get very exaggeratory about this. Like it has to be traumatic. Like no, sometimes people that you date can have like negative impacts on you in like shitty ways. Like, it doesn't have to be fucking traumatic in order for it to be upsetting. It seems like it's possible that he kind of fucked her up, got her at a young age, made her regret a lot about her life, which I get that as well. She was 17. Age range is inappropriate. His defense, though, I find to be like kind of not great. He just kind of made like a statement about how they knew each other before they didn't know each other till they're 18, but this seems to be verifiably false. She showed proof that he forced her to say that, or had her say it. We use the word forced, which means he knew that it was inappropriate. I don't know, man. There might be more coming out. I think for me, at the very least, I wouldn't call this guy predatory, but like this, I wouldn't really support this creator personally after what I saw, because I just didn't really like the response made me very uncomfortable. There's like especially this got me more than anything else right here. This was really weird. This makes me incredibly uncomfortable, because what happened is they broke up, but they were trying to maintain friendship or whatever, and then like he went over to her new apartment. That happens a lot. Like that's very normal in relationships. But the weird part is that he recorded it and he tried to make it seem like they were dating again, and that to me like screams like possessiveness and like really like, it's just weird. Like what is happening? Like why make that? Why make this? This is what gets me more than anything else. Like, this is really... I think at the end of the day, it's possible that he was, like, manipulative towards her. I wouldn't call it necessarily grooming. But he seems like a manipulative dickhead. I just wouldn't say he's, like, a predator or something in some capacity. Definitely uncomfortable. Definitely not somebody that I would personally support anymore.